you people. Then I will start sharing the slides and we continue to discuss. And if you have any
Yes, sir.
doubts
Yeah.
Yes,
before
sir.
starting itself, you can ask some doubts up to the previous classes because that is a sweet 16 classes over. So I hope you should uh, have clarified your doubts before. Otherwise, if something left out, you should not cross sweet 16 with doubts. So I wish to have the doubts, if any, and let me take your attendance. And sorry for late
Sir,
by 2-3 minutes because your seniors, your super seniors, including your MTech and executive PhD scholars in strata control technology, they were more enthusiastic to learn more on strata control technology. So 2-3 minutes extra they could take from me, and I could give 2-3 minutes extra. And sorry for that. Now we continue. That quota is from your 3 minutes. It went to them, and in future they will give to you. No problem. Now I downloaded the attendance, and now whether if my voice is clear, I will share the slides. Let me know. Somebody can unmute and tell me whether my voice is reaching you or not, my beloved student.
Yes, sir.
Very nice. So welcome to 22 January 2021 for our online teaching learning process to this lecture number 17. And we have been discussing about development of the panel and its different factors or whatever the components of that. And as a part of it, we discussed up to the previous class about what should be the panel size and what are different factors, and when a smaller panel should be there, when there's a very big size panel. Already at that time, I think I was trying to explain something more, and then by that time was over, or sometimes there are some problems of even voice also, right, not reaching you. That happened in our strata control technology class yesterday on very auspicious day of 21st, right, in the 21st century. There is some auspicious day yesterday, right? So that happened. So if you have any problem of my voice not reaching to you, so my again another once more my suggestion or instruction is immediately you make a call to me either in 9938303259 or in 0661 so that our process of teaching learning should not be hampered by any problem of any connectivity or like that, because it happened yesterday for a long time, and then I started giving my voice to the phone of our beloved students. So that's what I already communicated to our professor in charge, Professor B.D. Sahu and team, Manoj Patnaik and other people. They are looking into this so that this problem will not recur again for any classes. Okay, so now continuing further, there are so many factors in the development and designing the panels, right? As a part of it, we have seen even the pillars size was given in the regulations that pillar size should not be less than some size for different depth covers. We have discussed at length about that in the beginning somewhere for the development related issues, and which also I asked you, it seems, as a CEP question, right? Even I can also frame some questions in between, because that is also one way of improving our teaching learning process. I can have some more questions instead of only one or two in between after 10-15 minutes, some type of multiple choice questions, so that will make you more aware or more attentive. It all depends on your interest, of course, but I don't want to give you so much task or burden to my beloved students, right? Okay, it's all right. Then the pillar size, whatever is mentioned in the regulation, that is half the pillar size of two adjacent pillars. That is the meaning of it. When they are given that two pillar size should not be less than 20 meter, means 20 meter square, right? So this is one pillar and this is another pillar. Of course, these are all your attendance sheets only, right? Then this is one pillar and this is one pillar, two pillars. So if this is a case, then pillar size means from center of this pillar to the center of that pillar, that is of the pillar size of two adjacent pillars. That is a pillar size whatever is mentioned there, and the width of the gallery between these pillars, of course. If the pillars are the same size, then this is same as the sum of widths of the pillar and a gallery. That is very simple geometry. I need not explain so much, but all details are given in our that regulation what I showed at that time, and I hope that is also sent through mail also. Otherwise, it is very simple in Google also. When you write coal mines regulation 2017, that PDF will come, right? So all the details we can read. Not only that, so many details were given in the references of the books, whatever I mentioned many times, whether it is our principles and practices of modern coal mining, right? Book like this, because I love this book because this is by my guide of BTech project in 1980s, none other than our Professor Adi Singh Saab, from whom I learned so much, and I am here now because of him, what I learned at that stage of my initial graduation days under his able guidance, right? So all in that books also you must have seen so much of information. Again, under Dr. T.N. Singh Saab's book also, right? Underground Meaning of Coal. These are where they have given a lot of information, especially in India or in other countries also, giving more preference to our own designs, experimental trials conducted in India by Dr. T.N. Singh Saab and others, the team of our CMRS at that time, Central Mine Research Station, and all these things were given in that. Okay, I wish you must have been reading in your busy schedule in between seeing that book or reading those things. Then that will give a lot of information. So we will be discussing many important points from that, and then with some of my experiences of whatever a little experience I have of these three and a half decades, right? So this is mentioned as a size of the pillar, right? So that means when it is of some size, means now percentage extraction, it is very simple to calculate. Already we have done one exercise also, it seems, as a CEP question, how much will be the percentage extraction if the pillar size is this much, like that. Okay, so in that way, during development stage itself, we are getting some coal, and many times it may be around 20%, 15%, even at the most around 20-25%, like that. Okay, if that is a case, since then in that case, whatever was provided in the regulations also, right, there when you see, that gives with the minimum to the maximum when you calculate for different depth covers also, it may be around 15% to even 43%, whatever, right? So that, here the important point here is people were very happy even by development because some coal they are getting, and that is a major problem, right? Which has given so many types of other problems like fires or strata control problems or deterioration of the pillars or waterlogged workings and all, because at that time that was extracted by only development, not extraction of pillars. Then in that way, we have locked so much of coal. Already I told you, as anybody now can tell me how much coal is locked in pillars in India, in underground mines. Any idea? I used to tell these things because as underground coal mining engineer, you should know about it.
2000 to 2500
nice,
million
very nice,
tons.
very good. But you should tell your name before giving answer. Your name, please. Your name. Who told 2000, 2500? Acha, maybe some connectivity problem with him. Don't worry. So I appreciate he is right, very much right. So around 2500, those who are not aware at that time or not attentive enough to note down, you note down about 2500 million tons, right? This I have been telling over a long time, even when I design some experimental trials or new mining methods, right? But still that much million tons, around 2500 million tons, okay, are still locked in pillars. Out of that, around 1500 million tons are only in thick seams, and other part of it maybe around 1000 whatever is there, right? Then some part is only open castable, right? Beyond certain depth we cannot mine by open cast mining. So you have to go for only underground mining, and there is no technology. But there was a technology to develop, but there is no technology to depillar or extract the pillar. I hope you understood, my beloved students. So there comes the role of our underground coal mining engineers, and part of that coal or majority of that coal was in a very good quality, right? So what is the meaning of this? That means at that time when it was developed, there, whenever there are some geological disturbances or other places, people used to leave it because there was a lot of coal reserves, right? 40 years back, 40 years, 50 years back. Then later, now we are entering into so many places of even low grade coals, and also in highly geologically disturbed areas also we are entering because there is no other reserves or whatever is available to us. So in that case, those reserves which were locked in the pillars are in good quality coal as well as in that conditions, right? Where that was comparatively better than what we are now, but still we are unable to find a suitable technology for extraction with due care, right? With regard to, you note down, with regard to number one, conservation, because you should get more percentage of extraction, right? That point has a relevance to the slide what I projected here. The conservation, then production, productivity, safety, then stability, just like a Panch Pandav, right? There can be even Pandav, there may be a sixth point, Karna bhi reh sakta hai. There are so many points like that. So these are the first point, as I told you, conservation. That point is this point. That is around 14 or 15 to 40%. Even if you are getting through development itself, people were happy at that time, and they have not thought about extraction of that at that time, and they thought we will extract later because it is already developed. So this is what happened, and we got so much of reserve locked, right? So that we should not do it. Now coming to the extraction of these pillars, now how it is done or how it should be done. Now after pillars are formed during development stage, what we are supposed to do, we have to extract the pillars, and there are so many ways how you can extract the pillars. It can be a partial extraction, it can be full extraction, and that can be with stowing or with caving. So many things can be done, right? And all those things are there already. I told you, we discussed also a little bit before, instead of showing all those classification other things, right? So in so many books in the Google, you can see so many things. But the important point here is that pillar extraction, right? That is nothing but, it is a terminology used is depillaring, right? So here, this should be completed within the incubation period that you understood nicely in previous discussions, and that can be with caving or stowing, right? When it comes to with caving, now here not only showing what is there in different books or whatever our beloved gurus, right? But it can be with the latest example I would like to show to you, my beloved students. Other things from Google or from the books or proceedings, whatever you are anyway seeing that. Now here with the caving, right? So here now ultimately when you extract that pillar, right, then the roof is allowed to break, and that is filled, and that's what when it is GOF, whatever is the area when you extract it, right, that is supposed to be filled, because that will be filled only when that roof whatever is there. Suppose this is your area of extraction and this is your roof. Unless this roof comes down, so this whatever you extracted, whatever that GOF is there, right, after removing these pillars, right, so that GOF will be always active. Always active. You note down this point, right? Always active, so that that pressure whatever is there, it will not be relieved. That will be relieved only when there is a fall or breakdown, and then breakdown of that roof. That is nothing but caving process takes place. Otherwise, if it is not caving, even that roof is not caveable, right? All these points you note down. Cavability index also is there. These points many times we will discuss later. If that is very hard or very difficult to cave, like in, you note down again, in Chercha mines, right? Those examples also I will be showing you where that is not caving. then it is very difficult for you to go for your caving method of extraction. You are supposed to go for some method which is stowing methods. Otherwise, we did lot of investigations on that after failure in 1980s, 86, 84, 85. That time when longwall mining method was failed, right? And then there it is converted to a Borden pillar method. Since we are talking about this extraction of pillars, I am giving you this information, my beloved students. You can also see somewhere in the reports and so many places where we also conducted that investigations related to this method of extraction under that Churcha mines that I will be showing you now, taking you to that place with some videos also, how it is extracted with the latest technology of continuous miners, and then your true bolting machines and other things, of course. But ultimately here, extraction of pillars, it after failure of the roof, that goof is filled, and after filling that goof only, now you are relieved of the stress, and that is the process, or that is the requirement in designing the methods, underground mining methods. If it is not caving, then you should fill it with that, or you should go for so many other methods of mining, right? And regarding that, I will be showing you with continuous miner and other things later. Now, this is allowed only when no important structures on the surface are there. So it is very simple to understand again. When the surface is already there with some type of features, maybe a river, maybe flowing on that, maybe a very good, beautiful GT line, Grand Trunk line is there, high tension power lines are there, as I have shown you in some other mines like KTK firemen and so many other mines where you cannot do that caving process. You cannot allow this surface, whatever surface is there, there is a railway line or a pond, water tank, or like Jangaon tank, other tanks, then you cannot do, and you cannot allow the surface subsidence like this. Surface subsidence trough, it will form when you extract by caving, right? So that is not allowed, and that time you should go by other methods. So this is what only I was talking to you, my beloved students, which we have done as a design of this whatever is a method and other things, method of mining and its strata control, other things as a Borden pillar with continuous miner with the caving, right? And then that is also done here. I would like to give you a lot of emphasis, my beloved students. When like you, when some of our students were there 10 years back, like our Asutosh Patri, you may note down, because there may be some of our beloved students interested to learn more and apply transdisciplinary research into this, maybe electronics, computer science, artificial intelligence, machine learning, fuzzy logics, whatever, right? You can do that. Computer vision, so many things, right? So that's why this is what is our NEP 2020. That's why I'm giving you all these examples. Asutosh Patri, when you write in Google, you will get some paper with me where he did like you in the second year as a part of some assignment itself. He was doing wireless sensor network application for underground coal mines. All right. So this is the spirit, right? That's what is like our Atmanirbhar Bharat, what NEP 2020 I want to encourage to our all Arjuns in our batch here. Okay. Then that also now you can see here. This is I made our co-investigators, Professor L.P. Rai from Electronics and Communication Department, and PM Kilar, Professor PM Kilar from Computer Science and Engineering Department. This is the way how we promote. In 2018 only we have given that reports to them, right? So here I would like to show in extraction with caving, whatever it is being done. Of course, with stowing also you can do it, but since I am talking about extraction with caving, now here I would like to show you, this is from that mine of Churcha mines where we were using this. Now this is the way how we cut the coal, right? Coal cutting machine. This is the way how it appears, and then the gathering arm loader. This is a gathering arms. So where it will be something like there is a plate, right? On this plate there are two arms, one arm like this, one arm like this, and these two arms just it is collecting the material. That's what happens, my beloved students. Then whatever is collected here through the chain conveyor, this is going back and it is falling onto a shuttle car where it is collected and taken to any conveyor. This is the way how it is done. Then now here also, along with that, you also should understand when I am cutting very fast, then you are also supposed to understand when the rate of progress is very high, right? Then you are also required to provide that type of supports also, right? So for that purpose, what we used or what was recommended and implemented nicely there. Of course, there are some problems later because of the strata control. I mean, because of the caving under a sill, which is you note down there under a sill, SILL. Sill is now here. Let me ask you, since you learned about the geology, my beloved students, you have to respond to me. You can unmute and tell me those with a name. What is the meaning of SILL? When I say that this is there in southeastern coal fields, many mines, where it is causing lot of problems in the caving or cavability of the roof. What is in the geology? What is SILL? Sill. Anybody want to respond? Because I used to tell many times. Yes,
Sir,
tell your name and then, because I have been noting down all these things. Right.
Sir, Rajesh Mishra.
Yes, Rajesh, nice.
Sir,
Right.
seal is something like the intrusion of some
Excellent.
igneous material into the bedrocks, which is deposited on the magma surface in a vertical manner.
Very good. So Rajesh, right? Nice. So that is a intrusion, that is a igneous rock. So this is very difficult to break. If it comes in between in the sedimentary formation, other formations will fall when there is a sufficient area exposed. It is simply plate theory, simple plate, right? Here I would like to tell you, my beloved students, when I talk about the plate and caving and then Boden pillar, when this size is sufficient, then it can break. Then why it is breaking? While breaking, it follows something, right? That it follows where I used to say to our beloved students, especially my PhD scholars, many places where may I follow you, Elizabeth Rani. It follows that, right? May I follow you, Elizabeth Rani. M by I, you note down somewhere. M by I, may I, is equal to follow you, F by Y, follow you, is equal to Elizabeth Rani, E by R. Have you noted down that? Yes, no?
Sir, please again repeat, sir.
It is very simple. May I follow you, Elizabeth Rani?
No, sir,
May
the
I, M by I, moment of inertia, then deflection, Young's modulus, modulus of rigidity. These are the solid mechanics, rock mechanics, right? So that is followed to understand at what span it will break, right? Where this tensile stress exceeds the tensile strength of the rock, this will break. Very simple. You got it? You followed? Yes, no? So this will break, that area whatever is exposed will break when sufficient span is created in the groove. Till that span is created, it will not break. So this will be building up load onto other pillars, that abutment loading. But when span of around, now here also you note down, in Indian conditions, in Indian coal major strata, a span of around 50-60 meters is sufficient, or it can be maximum 70 meter, is sufficient to cause major fall in the groove. Got it? Very good. So this is a span, this is a simple solid mechanics, rock mechanics one. There to make you simple to understand and remember, I told you about may I follow you, Elizabeth Rani. M by I is equal to F by Y, that is a force by deflection Y, and Elizabeth Rani, E, Young's modulus by modulus of rigidity. This is the equation, right? So this is a relationship between these where you utilize even in understanding the phenomena of fall, at what stress it will fail with the size or shape, whatever it is, right? Okay. Now, instead of telling something more on that, now coming back to this, but you understood in the caving process, when the stress tensile, when the stress coming on this, right, on the roof, in the groove, when it exceeds the tensile strength of the immediate roof, this will fail. That is the reason why I told you to follow, may I follow you, Elizabeth Rani there. Okay, right. Now, these are when there is more area or more rate of extraction, your more number of supports are also supposed to be erected. To do that, there is some automation required. So at a time, there will be 2-3 drilling booms, right? And that also I will show you a video already I kept for you. Then this is a resin bolting, how it is done, so that that will be, I will show that with a break later, right? After two minutes break with any. Then video clipping of even continuous miner, how it is working also I will show, because this is what is the latest technology that we use since we are talking about this deep learning with caving. These things I will show you, my beloved students, of these. But here let me take a small break for you where we will take attendance, and meanwhile let me have any doubts. Any doubts? So we appreciate our Gagan Sahu. Gagan Sahu has written here, silts are the magma which deposited along with bedrock. Excellent. Then what is a dike? Anybody? What is dike? Because these are also
Sir,
problems.
Sir,
Now
sir,
you
me
tell your
Gagan
name
Sahu.
and then give the answer. What is a
Sir,
dike?
Gagan Sahu.
Yes.
Sir, when the magma cut across the bedrock and deposited.
Because both things happen in many seams, coal mines also, and there may be some intrusions, right? So that causes
Yes.
lot of problems. And basically, as far as your caving is concerned, right, these are the silts that cause lot of problems. Because here, that details I will show you, no problem, don't worry. I kept some slides for that, so that you should know what is the latest technology being followed as far as deep learning with caving is concerned, right? That's why I will be showing that to you, my beloved student. Other things, of course, you can see in many books and many papers and many places in Google search anywhere. I am downloading the attendance, it is over. And now, if any doubt, we will take up, and then otherwise I will go there to show you, my beloved students, what is the latest technologies being followed, especially in India. Of course, elsewhere in the countries, other abroad also we'll discuss, but especially in India, what is the latest technology being adopted and what are the problems we faced, all those things. I wish that being an Indian, Atmanirbhar Bharat, Make India, you should understand better, right? So that you will be giving you some new skill India to our new technologies. Right. So here, just let me show you with these. I just tried to show at that time with yes, with some of these yes, some clips I kept for you, bolting clips, and this one, whatever is our yes. This time, so that you will get a feeling for you people. You see bolting clips for mining, and now I am showing you first a continuous miner, how it is working. Now you just have a look of this, my beloved students. Then it is easy for us to understand in a better way how these are being done. Okay, now I am opening with Windows Media Player. Let me know whether are you able to see this video. Are you able to see this video? Are you able to see this
Yes,
video?
sir.
Very good. So this is how this appears, Yogita madam. I don't know whose voice it is, Jasmine madam or Yogita madam. Okay, so this is a way how on the other side of it, when it is cutting by a continuous miner, it looks like this. Now it is cutting this way, right? And then that whatever coal is cut, now it is collected here in this gathering arm, whatever I in that photo or pic I showed you. This is a gathering arm loader. That is, it is cutting with this boom, cutting boom. It may be of different width and all. That machinery part, if regarding so many details, of course, but it is it is available anywhere. You can see there just like that. But here, once if it is a 4-meter width of the gallery, for example, or if it is having a 2-meter width of the boom or 1.5 meter, depending on that number of times it should cut at a time, right? So here, whatever cut coal, now you can see here, my beloved student, here gathering arm loader, and now you just I am progressing this. Now you can see how it is being done. Otherwise, the same phase, for those who have not visited any miner like that, this should have been made with some holes. There also you may note down now itself, because those primitive things which you learned in development of mineral deposits in the previous semester, I will not be rewinding that tape again and again or reinventing the wheel. But in this forum or at this time itself, I would like to say something more showing this. When this is a phase, then otherwise conventional mining, what we do is we are making holes around 12 holes or 14 holes, whatever. So 12 is a general, right, holes. And then we are charging with explosives. Suppose there are so many regulations there. Per hole, it should not exceed more than 1 kg of explosive. And suppose if it is 1.8 meter length, you note down these points, whatever I am telling. So this is a way how we can even have some type of numerical problems also for solving and for better understanding, my beloved students. Here just you note down, there is a gallery of, for your simplicity, 4-meter width, and then it has a hole of hole made with 1.8 meter. Length of the rod you note down, 1.8 meter, and explosive is 1 kg per hole, and total number of holes are 12. Now when it is blasted, now you tell me what is a powder factor, you note down what is a powder factor in that and what is a detonator factor, right? The detonator factor you leave it. What is a powder factor of that, right? And explosive is 12 kgs. Then now you can calculate that. Okay, so that is a general system. As in addition to that, how much coal is produced per round, per blast? These two you should tell me, right? How much coal is produced, right, per blast, and then what is a powder factor? Okay, these two you just it will not take more than 1 minute for you, but at the end we will discuss on that again. But that is a system. So when there is some coal blasted, then what we are doing in the manual mining, we used to just collect on the basket and then take it to some tubs or what of 1.5 ton, 1.2 ton, 2.5 ton, whatever. And then those tubs used to be hauled by your direct hauler, tugger hauler, or your other endless hauler somewhere in the trunk roadways. All those things used to be done. And if it is by side dump loaders or side discharge loaders or LSDs, that LSDs used to collect from this place, and then they used to take out, and then that used to be unloaded onto the conveyor directly or onto the some type of a chain conveyor, and there is a system of conveyors to reach up to the surface. Otherwise, that also used to be unloaded onto the tubs. There are so many ways how it is transported also. Of course, there are so many people who have taken very good assignment topics. At that time also I will be giving a lot of informations, but in somewhere in the next class we will be discussing about in the next week. You can remind our CR, class representative, that what is the status of your assignments. We will be discussing in the next class to start with, so that if any further help required from my side, I do that. And because some of these already, as I told you, depending on that interest, you are preparing some collecting the materials, then that can be made like a very good journal, not only journal, right? Like in some conference paper, then that will give you a lot of confidence. Okay, that's what the Skill India we want to make it, my beloved students. You all skillful in our underground coal mining methods. We do that. Now continuing further, now you see how it is being done, how it is cutting it, and then how it is being loaded and then taken the continuous miner panel. This is the way how it happens. But when it comes to continue with this type of cutting with the rate of mining, rate of extraction of coal, there should be more number of bolts to be installed, right? And when it is more number, then you are supposed to have some type of mechanization or automation. Then how they are done now. You can see here, my beloved students. If you are starting with the only conventional way of just taking one drill rod and then making a hole and then inserting your whatever, right, resin bolt or cement capsule bolt or quicksanding cement, that takes a lot of time. So this is a mechanization. That's what is required, and in many mines it is being used, and we should promote this. Now this is the way how, now you see temporary support. Somebody, I think last time, not in your class, in other classes, because many of these our YouTube links were made for different classes by different people, and I hope your links are also made, and I hope your CR, for me, CR1 to CR last are all CRs, right? But if one fails, second, third, fourth, they will be doing that. And all these YouTube links you must have created, otherwise you create that one. But in other classes also, they used to do that. Many people used to watch this and used to interact with us so that we give more and more knowledge. And that is what we improve. We create more awareness about our technologies to the people who are interested in that. So here, this is a temporary support. This is the way why I told all those things are. So when it was viewed by somebody somewhere else, right? Then even not here, even somewhere else in US and other places like Gaussian solutions and other places, right? I used to interact with those people also, right? So in that way, now you see, this is a temporary support before even our person goes there are working under that. And then now you see, continuing with that, how it is being done. Underneath this canopy protection, the persons are there, and later he is making the holes. Are you able to hear the voice? Voice which is already recorded in this? Yes, no.
No, sir, no voice.
Are you able to hear the voice of this video?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Then I should give some prompt, or I should do dubbing. Okay? I'm not a very good dubbing artist like Amitabh Bachchan or Nagarjuna, right? So I try my best. Kamal Hassan जैसा तो नहीं कर सकते हैं, right? So now you see how it is being done. So they are making the holes, right? And while making that holes also, he is already there under a canopy. That is, you note down somewhere, nobody should be allowed to work under unsupported roof. Now, already we ensured that this canopy is fixed before a person is going there, or it is there with a canopy. And after fixing that canopy against the roof, now we start drilling the hole. That means a person now here is under the supported roof. That support is a temporary support. That's what is the meaning, right? You made a temporary support with the canopy, and now we started doing this with the making the holes. Now you see how it is being done. Now first we are making the hole, and that may take around 1 minute, 1.5 minutes, depending on the type of formations, a time 2, 3 hole, whatever, depending on the number of booms, and then that is withdrawn, the rod, and now we are inserting that resin capsule when it is resin bolt, resin capsule, and then your rod, right? So now with the assistance of this bolt, now we are pushing the, and then nut and bolt is there into this spanner. Now it starts. Now here is the beauty of setting of this support as a in the most sophisticated system of our resin bolting. How it is being done while this is rotating, right? While steering, right? Then what is happening here? This is whatever is there in the resin capsule. Now that is getting mixed, right? And then that starts setting within no time, within seconds, right? Then after some time, what happens, you see. Now this is rotating, revolving, right? Right in the clockwise. Then after some time, with the torque, whatever is generated here, right? After some time, when there is a sufficient binding between the cement, I mean that resin, and your rod, whatever is the rod, okay? Suppose this is a hole, inside the hole now, inside the hole this is a rod, and in between is your cement, I mean the resin. Now you are just rotating this rod by this action now, right? When it is being done, then this whatever is the resin, right? It is getting mixed, and after some time there will be some type of a binding between the resin and this rod, this rock, and binding between the rod and the resin. Then that stops rotation because that binding is sufficient. Then that can be fixed. After how much torque, how much binding strength or binding is happening, right? A chemical bonding. There is a bonding between these is happening. Then depending on that, after some time, what is happening? You see my cloud. Then it is rotating, but after some time, now it stopped. What is the meaning of this? Here, this will not rotate further because that with whatever is a torque which can be produced by the drill machine and whatever is set for this purpose, so that is over and then it stops. And that means by that time, this setting is over. This is completely set, giving some anchorage, and that anchorage in terms of this torque load, it can be measured. And then this operation also, because this is very much important, you should understand. This is the way how it is done. But now I will be showing you exactly that mechanism, how it is done. Yes. Now you see here, my beloved students. Yes. Now this animation makes you a better understanding of how that support is being done in the mines, in our underground coal mines, how we have been doing it. It shows with a good animation. So you see, this is the way how it appears. When it is set, it is looking like this. When it is being done, then how to do individual bolt will be looking like this, right? This is your bolt, and there is a nut, and there is a thread here, and here is one beautiful spot, right? This is your shearing pin, right? Without the shearing pin, you cannot set the bolt here. How it is happening, you see, my beloved. Now, how it functions. This is, they made a hole off of this bolt, whatever is there in the threaded portion. Then there is a nut, whatever is there, and then there is a shearing pin we are inserting here. This is manufactured in that way, so that this shearing pin is introduced into that, so that part of it is there into the bolt also here, and part in the nut, whatever is provided. This shearing pin, what is the beauty of this? Now you see this. What happens when you are, this is there inside this bolt. That's what I wanted to explain to you, my beloved students. Once you understand, this will be useful for you throughout the life. Whether you are a very good tunneling engineer, you are a very good open cast mining engineer, very good underground mining engineer, or very good civil engineer, very good geotechnical engineer, anywhere in the world, you can utilize this as you understood, if you can understand properly how this bolting is being done. Right. So now, while doing this, what we are doing, this is locking the nut, right? And then joining these two. And then while rotating this, what is happening is, now, so first what you have seen there practically, now you are seeing in the animation here, my beloved students, where now this is a resin capsule which is inserted into that, and then now you are rotating this, churning this, right? You are churning this, then how it is being done, you can see it is inserted into the hole. Now you started churning, that is what is the rotation you have seen. At that time, all this resin is coming out of it, churn, right? And then it will be filling the space of this annulus. Here itself you note down because it will be useful later, my beloved students. There is a combination of this annulus thickness, right? So that combination is this annulus thickness with lot of research, right? Research may be from, you note down, NIOSH, NIOSH, or it may be from MSHA, MSHA, or it can be even from McGill University, Scoble and Peck. These people have done a lot of work. Even Chris Mark, Vibe Care, Alton Union, Big B, RMT, Rock Mechanics Technology. These are people who have done a lot of work on this. Of course, our CMRS or SIMFR and ARM, like our scientists, we have done some work. That also you can see any time in the Google, right? So here, what is happening when you are churning this? It is filling this, and as I told you, That annulus thickness, optimum thickness is 6 millimeter. That much you note down at present, my beloved students. Later, now resin is setting so rapid. Now later what happens? This is a binding. What I was telling you at that time. Then because of this binding, this rotation will be stopped on its own with the torque whatever is produced by the drilling or spinning, turning, spinning, whatever is happening. Then at that time, what is happening? You see, my beloved students, here this shear pin will snap at this time when that load, when that anchorage, when that binding between those exceeds some load, then it will break, and now it is releasing the nut. Till that time, this nut is a part of this board. That is the beauty of the system. Now you see, after setting there, now this will be, because this cannot rotate further, but that energy is there, the torque which we are rotating. So only this bolt, no, only this nut will rotate now. Till this time, nut and bolt both are rotating, and after setting with sufficient strength with the torque with the same torque, now it stops rotating. This stops rotating, but with the same nut is rotating now, and this nut will get tightened again is the roof with the bearing plate. This is a mechanism, my beloved students, of this resin bolting, what is supposed to be done, and this is what is done in almost all the mines we recommend, because cement bolts are not properly used nowadays. So this is what just I wanted to show you, my beloved students, as far as this is concerned. Now we are going back to our class for some time, and before that I would like to tell you, my beloved students, we are having today and tomorrow also there is one international conference on open cast mining technology and sustainability, ICOMS 2020. Anybody can see that ICOMS being organized by Northern Coalfields Limited and also IIT BHU. The same, this website www.icomsncliitbhu.com. So there will be so many papers. Of course, this is not about underground coal mining, but you are not only supposed to be only expert in underground coal mining, you also should learn so many things, and partly about open cast also later for other courses. So at your convenient time, you can also join in this and take advantage of this, in which of course there are so many papers we are presenting also, along with our beloved executive PhD scholars. Our Preeti Ranjan is from CMPDI, very senior mining engineer, working on this trigger action response plans and open cast coal mines for stable slopes, right? So like that, there is one more which I would like to show you, is about this fatigue monitoring through artificial intelligence and machine learning, a need for mining industry. This will be a keynote paper. So why I'm showing all these things are, there may be some of my beloved students, you people, right, may be interested to apply latest technologies of artificial intelligence, wireless sensor technologies, fuzzy logics, or machine learning, deep learning, whatever, right? So latest technologies for automation, digital India, make India, Atmanirbhar Bharat, startups, whatever. You can take advantage of learning more, right? That's why I'm just showing all these. This also paper also will be presented along with our Gaussian Solutions, our industry partner from our USA, right? Gaussian Solutions, that company who are working on machine learning, artificial intelligence with us. We are making this as a keynote, right? So like that, there are so many things. Just I wanted to give a glimpse of this because you should know what is happening latest in India, at least as far as whether it is international, national. And again, I'm telling you, this is the formats what I told you to have from international journals or conferences. In that format, you should learn to prepare the papers of around 10 pages. If you have any doubts, again, you can ask me. But in the next class, while starting, we will take the attendance along with what is the status of your assignments. In that assignments, what is the latest international journals or conferences or whatever you could read and learn something about that. And in America, in US, in Australia, in Germany, New Zealand, this is what is happening, and in India, what is happening. Whatever you learn, you will be telling about that. And so that I will be giving you some more information to our beloved students so that you can become the best underground coal mining engineers. And that is the reason why I showed these things to you, so that your paper, whatever you are preparing as a part of this assignment in international journal or international conference formats, will be presented if it are up to the mark, if you are learning nicely, not only fetching you marks, but you will be presenting that later, including with some of the latest knowledge, whatever I have or I have with my little experience of 3.5 decades. You can utilize that and present in many international, national conference and journals like that. This is what just I wanted to tell you, my beloved students. We should not go into another class. You have another 2-3 minutes time. Now let us go to your summary or any queries. Before that, I am taking once again your attendance, my beloved students. Your attendance, I am taking your attendance. Okay. Are any queries, and who is summarizing now? Summary. By whom? Anybody? Or 0 for all? Or 0 for all. That means you cannot become a part of Skill India, part of Atmanirbhar Bharat, part of Make India. You will be just importing some technologies from other countries or from others. You cannot generate your own. All right. So if anybody cannot summarize, I will feel in that way, right? Or I will take that in such a spirit that you cannot have your own style of understanding whatever is happening anywhere in the world or whatever is happening around you. Yes. Who is summarizing? Before that, let me know whether my voice is audible. If there is any problem, because we face this problem of voice. Yogita madam, you are able to hear my voice?
Yes, yes. Yes,
then
sir.
you summarize.
Okay,
Tell
sir.
everybody as a CR what we discussed today. Yes, go
Sir,
ahead.
today we started with the percentage extraction during development. That depends upon what are the dimensions of pillar which are given in CMR 2017 regulations, and it also depends what is the width of gallery and depth, and it varies with depth and size of pillar. And there you discussed like 4 terms: conservation, production, stability, safety factor, which include in this where the percentage recovery rate varies with that. And then we started the extraction of pillars by caving and stowing method, and it's in it we discussed like in caving method in Indian coal fields where caving is practiced in 60 to 90 meter square exposure, and size of panel depends upon the what is the incubation period of the coal, and extraction line. Yeah, then we discuss modern rope stitching, rope bolting method.
Very nice. So nicely summarized, Yogita madam. Till now, if you could not make that YouTube all the links, you collect from everybody and make a table of class 1, class 2, class 3 like that, and its YouTube link. Okay. Now, if CR1 is unable to do that, CR2, 3, 4 up to the last as per the roll number. Anyway, by Monday, I think it will be made available by you people. And then on Monday, when you start the class, that will be with your attendance from your attendance register. And then I made a list of what is the status of your assignment, so that I will also tell you what you could collect and how the best assignment can be made, which can be a part of your international journal format or whatever it is, as I told you just now, and showed you our international conference on open cast mining and sustainability, which is being done today and tomorrow, which I could not join because of your class now. Of course, anyway, after some time, I will be joining with them, but tomorrow full day, because we have 3-4 papers, one keynote paper along with US Gaussian solutions on artificial intelligence and machine learning applications, as well as open cast and underground mining systems. So many things are there. Then at your convenient time, you can also join and utilize that experiences that may not be only for underground coal mining, but as a mining engineer, that will be useful for everybody with topi, without topi, or with like a very nice profile pic of our Sauvik Ray. So nicely a monkey is looking into her or his brain, monkey's brain there, right? So that is a spirit. Nice Sauvik, you have a wonderful profile pic with monkey having a good brain like you and like we all. Okay, all the best. I wish you have developed that brain of Skill India to be useful in our new education policy 2020. Atmanirbhar Bharat, new mining methods we will develop. You will develop like our next generation Arjuns. Okay, now if you have any doubts, you can ask me in phone, WhatsApp 9938303259 or even a phone 0661 246 2611 anytime. Otherwise, of course, mail is there with you. sjayanthu@nitrkl.ac.in. Otherwise, the same ID @gmail.com or @yahoo.com. Okay, then all the best. Now, dhanyawad to your parents, right? Now you, after some time, you may be coming back after this COVID-19 with good vaccination, right? So now try to utilize this time to help your parents, my beloved students, right? They are living guards for you there at your home, providing a lot of facilities for our online teaching learning process of our MS team to become the best underground coal mining engineers in India, if not in the world. Once again, all the best. जय हिंद, जय भारत. बाद में क्या बोलना है? कोई नहीं बोलेगा. गगन बोल रहा है. यस गगन.
जय नाइटी राहुल केला.
और कुछ नहीं है.
जय माइनिंग डिपार्टमेंट.
वेरी गुड. और कुछ नहीं है.
जय कोविड वैक्सीन.
अच्छा, nice. So one more thing is Jay underground coal mining methods. Jay MN 2102. Now I am stopping it. All the best. Jai Hind. I am stopping recording. I think you may be having the